The lights are on, shoulder pads strapped, and cleats laced up. That means it's Friday night once again. We're back on FOX14 PressBox to bring you all the highlights from across the 4 states. Tonight, Riverton tries to defend its home turf, but that's a tall task when your opponent is 4-0 Parsons. Plus, Pittsburgh returns to Hutchinson Field to play Paola, looking for its 3rd consecutive victory. In Missouri, Webb City heads on the road to Willard, looking to keep its winning ways continuing as well. In Oklahoma, Wyandotte tries to stay undefeated, but Afton would like nothing more than to spoil the Bears' perfect season. We've got highlights from those games and a lot more across the 4 states. It's week 5 of FOX14 PressBox, and it starts right now.
You're watching Fox 14's Press Box, sponsored by Missouri Southern State University, Matco Builders, Roper Kia, and Kramer's Quality Meats of Grove.
Hey, welcome into Fox 14 Press Box with Brock Baldridge. I'm John Tales. Week 6 in Missouri, week 5 in Kansas. We're getting to that time of year where teams have targets on their backs.
Yeah, and you say that because one of our teams has a target on their back. They are 4-0 on the season. That is the Parsons Vikings.
That's right. They head into enemy territory in Riverton for our game of the week. Riverton coming in at 2-2, much improved from last year where they only won 1 game all season. A defensive stalemate early in this contest, starting out with the Rams trying to get the ball to Landon Livingston on the jet sweep. He's slung down by Cade Brown for Parsons. Riverton's defense holding firm early as well. Vikings go with the touch pass to Tate Phillips. Ryder Phillips there to make the stop. Nothing at the end of the first quarter. Parsons, though, finally does break through in the second. March the ball right down the field. Jamarian Washington powers in from a few yards out. 7-zip Vikings. Ensuing possession, Riverton moving the ball into Viking territory, but Mekhi Baugh and Jamarcus Washington combined for a big hit. Ball comes free. Parsons recovers. Vikings take a 13-0 lead into half. They go on to win 27-0. And staying in Kansas, Pittsburgh lost big to Chanute in week 2, but has really turned things around since then.
Yeah, the Panthers will follow up the last week's performance. And, for Pittsburgh, look to bounce back here after a good win last week. The second half is underway here at Hutchinson Field. Quarterback Tristan Katzer, the handoff. Running back J.D. Troutman, he sends the defender off as he goes to the house to take it all the way for the touchdown. So next Dragons possession now. Quarterback Webb Fern in there. He'll take matters into his own hands. Some misdirection before gaining a few yards down at midfield. Dragons still fighting an uphill battle. Hard stop by linebacker Gabe Kimsey. Makes a great catch, or great tackle. Moving on forward now, ball carry Clayton Younger. It's brought down by linebacker Stone Perry. Defense is still working now. J.D. Troutman with the carry here. Being swarmed by 3 Dragon defenders there. The next Pittsburgh possession, running back Wyatt Rink with some big positive yardage there before he goes down. But it's Paola who hangs on to beat the Pittsburgh Panthers at home, 19-16. Boy, a tough loss for the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons. But, another team who struggled a lot this season is Galena. And, John, what did they do tonight?
Well, they enter at 0-4. They got homecoming, though. They're looking for their first win of the season. Bulldogs come out strong on senior night. 8-7 halftime lead. They get the ball first in the second half. Punted away. Jack Perry pins the Lions deep in their own territory. No problem for the Baxter Springs offense, though, because Peyton Gaines hits Jacob Grant on a quick hitter. He's going to shake off defenders and take it 80 yards to the house. Lions take the lead just like that, 15-8 after a 2-point conversion. Later on in the third, 21-8 at this point, Gaines going back to the well. Grant finds some room down the far sideline this time, takes it into Galena territory. Now, Gaines on his own. Call him PG-13. Could be rated R with moves like that. Takes defenders with him down near the goal line, sets things up for his second rushing touchdown of the half on the QB sneak. Lions get a big second half surge. They go on to win 28-20. Now, Labette County started the year with a home win over Circle. The Grizzlies have lost 3 straight since then, though.
Yeah, and they have one of their tougher tests tonight going against the Fort Scott Tigers, who are visiting town. Another homecoming celebration this evening. This one in Labette County. Hudson Baker and Alice Carnahan are your king and queen Onto the game now. Grizzlies would punt on their first possession. Fort Scott with the ball. Now third play from scrimmage. Lennox Van, QB keeper. Great baseball player, by the way. Gets into the touchdown for the end zone. 57 yards to the house, 7-0 Tigers. Fort Scott punting on their next possession. Labette's Lawrence Holt quite able to get the grip on it. Eventually ending up in the hands of the Tigers, setting them with great field position. Ensuing possession now, Chase Hyder with the pitch and takes this one to the outside. Nice gain there, down to the 20-yard line. 2 plays later, here is Hyder again, running straight through the Grizzly defense. Easy score, Tigers 14-0 very early in this one. Fort Scott never trailed in this one. They go on to beat Labette County 49-20.
And as we go to break, here's a look at the rest of the scores throughout Southeast Kansas. Welcome back to Fox 14 PressBox. We now head to Missouri, where Lamar, one of the most consistent, dominant forces in the state. Tigers fell to Seneca a couple weeks ago. Right now, they're trying to prove the rest of the way that loss was a fluke. McDonald County going into Tiger Country looking for a homecoming upset. There's your Lamar homecoming king and queen, and those smiles didn't go away all game. That's because Lamar gets the ball opening possession, hot right out of the gate, 20-yard pickup. That set them up at the Mustang 25. Then Tigers will give it to Carson Sturgill, turns upfield and scores a 25-yard touchdown. Tigers take a 7-0 lead after their opening drive. Mustangs look to respond, but they go 4 and out. Tigers, well, they go right back to the well. Sturgill, again, this time from a little further out. 55-yard house call, just like that. 14-0. Now after this deflected pass gets batted down to the ground, that's another 4 and out. Tigers get the ball back. Lamar going to change things up. Ian Googie this time goes all the way in from 50-plus yards out. 21 zip in the blink of an eye. Mustangs trying to stay in it, not letting this get out of hand quite yet. They're hoping. Down 28-0, air one out deep. Josh Pacheco there for the catch, 70-yard touchdown. But it's not enough. Mustangs fall to Lamar. Final score, 49-21.
Boy, Lamar definitely knows how to pack the stands, Johns. Well, the Joplin Eagles began their season with a 3-0 start, but since then, the Eagles have lost their last 2 games to Webb City and Nixa. Now Joplin is looking to bounce back on the road versus a 4-1 Republic team. Now on to Republic. The Tigers fresh off 1-point win over Willard, hosting the Joplin Eagles. Team that they've never beaten. First quarter, Wyatt Woods is a bad man. Paging Kyle Brandt. Here he is for an angry run for your segment. Woods goes right through the defender for the touchdown. Republic out to a 7-zip lead with a packed house. Back the other way now. Joplin facing 4th and goal. Eagles go to the air. Hobbs Gooch to Cordell Washington. That is a touchdown. Now it's up the game 7-7. Republic Missouri. Now back to offense as they go back to Wyatt Woods up the middle and off to the left side. He's into Joplin territory. This drive would end in a 4th down stop near the goal line. The night belongs to Republic, unfortunately for the Eagles, as the Tigers take down the Joplin Eagles by final score 38-15.
Well, now we go on the road to Willard. Webb City hasn't lost a game since its season opener against Nixa, one of the hottest teams in the COC, where every week is a test, especially when you go on the road. Homecoming night for Willard. They're looking to end the night 4-2, but Webb City trying to play spoiler, keep their hot streak alive. Willard up 7-0 early on offense. Russell Routon, quarterback keeper, he's not going to stop till he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. Things not looking good for the Cardinals. They're down 13-0. Webb City won't go down without a fight, though. Noah Dermott punches it in for the short score, 13-7. Cardinals get the ball back. Dermott again, same results again into the end zone. His second touchdown. He wouldn't be finished. 16-14. Willard lead at half. Second half now. Webb City on offense. Doesn't this look familiar? Dermott again cuts up the middle and scores his third touchdown of the night. Close at one point in the first quarter, but Webb City goes on to win big, 43-16. Cardinals on the road again next week to face Carthage.
Well, that's a huge comeback win for Webb City. Well, over to Missouri 8-man football now. It's the Liberal Bulldogs, who have been hit or miss this season. Last week, the Bulldogs pulled a Miami Dolphins as they scored 84 points. This week, the Bulldogs look to see if they can repeat a similar performance. However, late in the second quarter, Liberal finds themselves down 48-8. This carry by Lockwood's Nick Thiemann. He's going to extend the look for the lead. Lockwood lead for the touchdown. And the Bulldogs get a chance to try put some points on the board. Half a gain over the top to Quincy Basil for the touchdown. Bulldogs try to air it out again. Just under 10 seconds left in the half. Ball's tipped and picked off by Lockwood, which will end the half. Then the second half, Lockwood will get the ball back, and with this touchdown through the air caught by Bill Daniels, Lockwood's momentum is just too great. Bulldogs will fall to Lockwood after only putting up 8. Lockwood's 69. And we head to break as here's the rest of the scores throughout here in Southwest Missouri. Welcome back to PressBox here on Fox 14. We've been talking a lot about our Kansas and our Missouri teams, but now we shift our focus to Oklahoma, where the Wyandotte Bears are 4-0 to begin the season. Meanwhile, their opponent, Afton, is 2-2. The Bears get to go visit them on Afton's home field. The undefeated Bears visit the Afton Eagles, who are 2-2 in the season. We start things off in the first quarter. Quarterback Hunter White going to hand it off to Brady Laughlin for the jet sweep. Rolling his way down the field, big gain for Wyandotte right out of the gate. A few plays later, Hunter White looking to throw, but J.J. Miller of Afton is there for the interception. Wyandotte's defense does force a 3-and-out. So next Bears possession, White is going to go to his tight end, Mason Brown. And look at the big man making some nice moves here, getting all the way for a big gain down the field. So later in the first quarter, Brady Robinson from Afton is there to make the really nice open field tackle for the Eagles. Then early in the second quarter, change sides of the field. Wyandotte is facing the end zone, and Hunter White goes to Brady Laughlin again. He makes a man miss right here, and he stretches the ball out over the goal line for the touchdown in the end zone. The Wyandotte Bears are going to try to stay unbeaten for another week as they go on to beat the Afton Eagles 47-12.
Real impressive win. We stay in the Sooner State. Quapaw began the season 3-0. Tough loss at home a week ago against Colcord, trying to right the ship with a district game this evening against Commerce. On to Commerce, where the 2-2 Tigers take on the Quapaw Wildcats. We start things out with Austin Lake, who finds his wide receiver, Colton Neal. He's going to break quite a few tackles on this play before being taken down. Then Lake steps back, he finds Zane Stan. He's going to break some more tackles, get a massive gain before being shoved out of bounds. Lake again, evading some pressure. Finds Neal, this time in the end zone. Leaping catch. That'll count for 6. 2-point play is good right here, so it's 14-0 Quapaw. Tigers, when they get it, a little bit of trickeration. Tight end going to take the quarterback direct snap on this one for the first down. After that, though, Grayson Shelton's pass is intercepted, picked off by Kyle Forbes. Quapaw wins 20-12.
We stay with our Oklahoma teams as the Miami War Dogs are 2-2 coming into tonight. The War Dogs come off a tough road loss to Cushing last week, but Miami starts a 2-game homestand beginning with Tulsa McLean. Miami War Dogs return home to face Tulsa McLean. Miami looking to bounce back after the loss last week. So we pick things up late in the first half where McLean leads 7-0. McLean's going to take a shot toward the end zone here, and it's almost an amazing catch, but it is incomplete. So we go into halftime with a low-scoring 7-0 McLean lead. So first drive of the second half, War Dogs defense is going to force a 3-and-out here after the incomplete pass. Offense was struggling all night for the Miami War Dogs. In the third quarter, quarterback Sam Lillard is going to move the chains. So he gets the first down here, but McLean was able to force a 3-and-out after that, or at least a stop. Next War Dog possession in the fourth quarter, Braylon Riley powers his way for a first down. A few plays later, it's 3rd and long, and the Miami play is stuffed. Miami could never get that offense rolling tonight as they lose a tough one to Tulsa McLean, 13-0.
We'll stick around. We got more action on the way, but we'll leave you with a few more scores from the Sooner State.
Welcome back into PressBox here on Fox 14. John, we talked about 8-man football in Missouri. Now we go from Missouri to 8-man football in Kansas.
Yeah, that's right. Oswego hosts Sedan this evening. Both teams enter at 1-3. Both of them need a win. We picked this one up in the second. Oswego already up 33-14. Josh Hutchinson with a little stumble, but stays on his feet with this carry and gets down for a 22-yard gain inside Blue Devil territory. A few plays later, Oswego trying to get better field position. Hutchinson again, 11-yard gain. Indians now time ticking down, trying to kick a field goal. Ty Walker lines up for a 36-yarder, no problem. 36-14 at halftime. To the second half now, Hunter Kelly with the carry. He's going to rumble for a few yards before getting down inside the 10 a few plays later. Here he is again, Hutchinson with a few blockers in front of him. Another walk-in touchdown. No problem for the Indian offense tonight. They roll 54-26, the final score. Kind of a defensive battle considering what we usually see in 8-man.
For sure, and I was going to say, John, I'm sure Oswego fans are happy for the win, but I'm also sure Twilight fans are happy to see Josh Hutchinson doing well, still back in it, you know?
Yeah, and staying in Kansas, we now go over to Southeast High School.
Yeah, tonight it's the battle between the Hornets, or at least the hosts of the Blue Jays of Pleasanton. Well, Friday Night Football continues. Quarterback Cam Stratton, a quick pass, at least over to Mario Davis. That's for the first down there. Staying with the passing game, someone hit the repeat, only better. Finding Mario Davis again, this time finding the end zone for the touchdown. Later, next possession now. Quick little handoff here to Dalton Davis as he carries and pop. Mario Davis strips the ball to get the Blue Jays the possession. Then Cam Stanton running, looking deep, fires into the waiting hands of the receiver Hayden Johnson, who scores the touchdown. Then quick toss over to Dalton Davis. Shakes one defender before turning the sideline for a Lancer first down. And to sum this one up, high school football not only being played on Friday night, but Pleasanton does beat Southeast 46.
Yeah, and like you said, not only being played on Friday night, one of the teams in our area got things started yesterday evening. That is Colgan. Senior night at Hutchinson Field. Vikings and Northeast enter the contest at 0-4. First play from scrimmage. Tucker Harrell deep down the sideline. Jack Schreber is there. 40-yard pickup. Colgan scores later in the drive, 7-0. Panthers get it back. On the move again. This time Harrell calls his own number, weaves through defenders, goes to the house. 14-zip. Panthers. Colgan getting it done on defense, too. Dawson Troth throws into traffic here. Brady Battert gets the interception. He's got blockers in front of him. He's going to take it all the way to the end zone for a pick six. 35-0 Colgan in the first quarter. Now into the second, backups in the game. Karsten Simmons rolls out. He finds Brock Riddell. Sophomore makes a move on two defenders and scores, makes it 56-0 at that point. This one never in doubt. Colgan wins 76-0. Well, now it's time to discuss our performer of the week. Let's see who the options are. We begin with Parsons. The Vikings go on the road to Riverton. Very tough, very physical game. Scoreless for the first quarter, and a big change on this play. The fumble recovery game flips on it. They go on to win 27-0 at Riverton.
Your second option is Wyandotte. The Bears stay perfect on the season with a dominant road win over the Afton Eagles, 47-12 final score in that one.
Now to our third option, over to Missouri. Lamar Tigers trying to prove they are still the team to beat in the Big 8. Dominant win over McDonald County on homecoming. They jump out to a 28-0 lead in the first quarter. They go on to win 49-21. Well, you go head over to KOAMnewsnow.com/vote. And again, we've had some tech issues last couple of weeks with that poll, but we got it up and running this time. We want to know what you think at home. This now is in your hands. Who's the top performer of the week? Vote for one of those three teams, or you can tweet at one of us if we didn't mention the right teams. But those are your options. But unfortunately, that is all the time we have for you here on this edition of Fox 14 Press Box. We'll see you back here again next Friday night. But for now, here's a look at some of the best plays from tonight.